So, good afternoon, everyone. No, so this time we are going to continue the report, chapter 7, learners in the other marginalized groups. So, marginalized in education. Before that, we have objective. So, after this report, you are expected to understand what marginalization means. And number two, learn about the different groups that are marginalized in the society and in education. So now let's start. Marginalized in education. The United Nations Development Program of 1996, as cited in MISO 2012, defines marginalization as the state of being considered unimportant, undesirable, unworthy, insignificant, and different, resulting in inequity, unfairness, deprivation, and enforced lack of access to mainstream power. So it's very understandable that marginalized or marginalization means that a certain individual who experiencing such um, discrimination or unequal treatment from the others or the people around him or her. So marginalization naturally starts even before children get into school and persists until they become adults. So alam nating lahat no na marginalization or discrimination is kaning it started during our even children get into school and persist until they become adults. So for example, mula pagkabata natin hindi natin maitatanggi na discrimination, marginalization really exists until we grow up, right? Yes. So, marginalization basically arises from culturally deeply embedded values, beliefs, standards, norms, and other factors which determine acceptability within a certain social frame. So, the question is, why there is marginalization or discrimination? It is because for the reality that we have different beliefs, values, standards, norms, and the other factors. And isa yan sa mga kino-consider why nag-arise ang discrimination because we do believe that yung ibang tao na they think na naiiba yung isa, so feeling nila hindi belong yung tao na yon. For example, the example in the book which is a girl who names Ika na nakatira siya sa isang bundok and then he went to school and yung guro is nagbigay siya ng isang example which is the apple and the orange and the cat and as katong cat and apple o katong orange katong tulo ang na familiar ato ni Ika is only the cat and katong apple o katong orange wala jud niya na familiar because katong reason dito her parents is uneducated inguna nato nga kaning wala jud sila naka-eskwela so walay mo kuan ni mo tabang ni Ika sa iyang part sa iyang learning. So what happens there is kaning hindi na address ang problem ni Ika katong iyahang pagka-learning process bitaw so she end up kaning nag-stop na siya sa iyahang pag-school. So, in its 2012 Global Monitoring Report, UNESCO stated that education plays a vital role and decisive role in neutralizing the inequality and persisting literacy that encompasses generation. Agree ba kayo dito? That education plays vital and decisive role in neutralizing the inequality and persisting literacy? Does everyone agree?
Yes.
Yes, definitely. That school plays a vital role in terms of addressing the problem that everyone facing, most especially katong the problem arises in a certain individual such as katong difficulty in learnings, discrimination. So nowadays I think wala na kayo bitaw kaning discrimination nag-exist sa eskwelahan though naa pa pero unlike before nga rampant kay siya or very kuan kay siya bitaw strong kaayo ang marginalization but now we can see that there's a progress happens in addressing this kind of problem which is marginalization. So because of that there's labeling happen. Meso 2012 categorized the learners as belonging to a certain group depending on the learner's need and challenges. So labeling is doesn't mean that separate ang every single students because dili sila pantay. But it's the purpose of making this kind of strategy is to kaning address para bitaw matutukan tong problem sa example sa certain students. So nabilang gikuan siya sa labeling para at least ma-address tong problem niya para same sa uban is kaning mo excel pud siya kanang maka-feel siya nga same to the others, she will be able to stand out nga murag dili niya ma-feel nga unbelong siya or there's something wrong with her. So Maso 2003 proposed that marginalization can conceptualize in four general ways. So mahibal-an din diri ang katong four conceptualized in general ways. So first we have that the child experiences some kind of marginalization that is recognized by almost everybody, including himself or herself. So in this situation, alam ng estudyante or naka-experience siya ng kind of marginalization or discrimination, unfair treatment, inequality. So, alam niya sa sarili niya yon. And then second, we do have the child feels that she or she experiencing marginalization whereas most of the others do not recognize this. So, naiiba siya sa una, no? Because sa una, ang child is naka-experience siya na alam niya sa sarili niya. Whereas the second one is the child experiencing marginalization pero hindi ito alam ng iba. Murag siya ra bitaw naka-feel sa iyang kaugalingon, murag i-conclude niya sa iyang kaugalingon katong specific children nga belong siya ana nga set up kaning na belong siya sa mga na marginalized nga individual. So we have number 3. When a child found in what appears to be marginalized situation but does not feel it or does not view it is marginalization. So different po ning number 3. So murag gikuan ra niya nga dili siya belong or what niya gi-consider na katong ingato nga situation is marginalized na dayon to siya. So murag wala lang. So number 4, we have a child is experiencing marginalization but does not admit it. So mura siya connect diri siya sa number 3. So katong child even though naka-experience siya og marginalization but in the term wala siya ipaki. Wala niya gi-admit sa iyang kaugalingon nga kaning isa siya ka individual nga na naay problem as na makonsider siya marginalized individual. So now let's proceed to the next reporter. It's about marginalization and inclusion.
Okay, so once again, good afternoon to each and everyone. I am the next reporter, Janet Joy R. Centurias, and my topic is all about marginalization and inclusion. So, according to MISO 2012, manifests how young people's voice can intensify systems, processes, and experiences in congruence with inclusive education. Voice is clearly identified as one of the students' right. So it means having a say as well as referring to language and emotional components as well as non-verbal means that are used to express opinion. So it means lang na every student has their freedom to voice out or sa pamamagitan nito, makaka-express tayo ng ating mga opinions and or ideas. So, in marginalization and inclusions, it is the collaboration between the young people and adult by paying or giving them attention and providing opportunities para makakapag-express or voice nga sila ng mga opinions nila. So in the book Confronting an Education, Meso 2012 posits a framework that focuses on the collaborative activity between young people and adults in education that provides education. So, as you can see here, this is the framework of MISO that demonstrates a four-step cyclical process that is quite flexible. So, first step, opening doors, enabling voices to emerge. Next is looking closely, bringing concerns to the surface, um, dealing with marginalization, encouraging inclusive thinking and practice, and making sense of the evidence, sharing data with the learners. So here in step one, opening doors and enabling voices to be heard. Situating Situating the students in the center of the process, various methods are used to allow them to express how various concerns and experiences lead to the marginalization of students in school. So here in step one, they are paying attention or opening doors for the students, like how their experiences and various concerns might lead to the marginalization. So ang mga active participants here are the students. So the methods that are used are drawing, role playing, doing interviews, engaging in group discussions, analyzing visual images, and other quantitative ways to measure social relationships. Kumbaga, mura ni siya og survey. Then, ang ilang gigamit nga question here is, what do you think are practices, behavior, policies, and systems in class or in school that marginalization? So next is the step 2, looking closely, bringing concerns to the surface. So connected rig hapon ni siya sa step 1. In this stage, wala na ako na. In this stage, sorry. In this stage of the process, data gathered from step 1 is meticulously examined to identify students who may be experiencing some kind of marginalization or any concerns that might lead to marginalization. So dito na malalaman kung nakaka-experience ba ng marginalization o hindi ang mga estudyante. So after examining the data kung ano bang naging resulta, kung ano ang maging resulta na naka-experience ba ng marginalization ang mga estudyante. So ang question sa nga ilang gigamit here is, are there persons or students in class who experience being marginalized and how? So next is the step 3, making sense of the evidence, sharing data with learners. It is during this time that there is an explicit focus on the concerns about marginalization that were gathered from the previous step. So dili na di ay tong after examining the data, malalaman na kung ano nga ba ang naging resulta if those students na naka-experience ng marginalization ay tatanungin tungkol sa kanilang mga experiences together with the adults. So in the last step, the step 4, dealing with marginalization, encouraging inclusive thinking and practices. So collaboration between adults and students in this phase is very significant. It spells out the response of the group and the concrete actions that that will be taken to confront the issues and concerns about marginalization that were shared in the previous step. So based on the last step, dito tutudukan o susolusyonan ang problema. Dito na mangyayari ang confrontation between the young people and adults on how to address the problem, which is the marginalization. Dito talagang binibigyang pagkakataon na mag-voice out o mag-express ang mga estudyante on how they feel and their experiences as well. So the process does not end in step 4. It goes and makes adults mindful of what young people have to say. So the actions that are taken are the results of a shared goal of inclusion. So that's all.
So next reporter. Claro na.
So, good afternoon, everyone. I am the last reporter of Graph 6. Good afternoon. I am the letter C. Yung mga school na maraming yung maraming mga refugees in which yung in which in the administration of the school cannot hindi sila pwede allow ng mga education. Yung pag-aaral niya ay naiwan na napabalik niya. So, type of violence against children, meron din
So, hello. Mo-insert daw si katong wala naka-report sa previous reporter. Ako sa hulaton.